Hello everybody and welcome back to Martin's Assembly Haven. Today I am going to build something very special, and that is the Mecrob's new model Story Gears that's just been launched on Kickstarter. Story Gears isn't just a model, it's a way of living that captures time and memory. And this is my most precious memory. The moment that changed everything. And this kit that I have right here is a deluxe version. So I am going to unbox this beauty, give you more information about it on Kickstarter, build it, and then we'll review it and put it to its test. I'm not sure if you're ready for this, but oh my goodness, there is hundreds and hundreds of pieces in there. It's very quite exciting. And you know what else is quite incredible? You know the recommended assembly time for this model? It's around 20 hours. Yeah, that is absolutely huge. So it will keep you busy for days and days. Look at this little cute guy. Little wee ducky. That is so cute. And as always, with Mecrob kits, we have got our wingman right here. So if you feel the need of relaxation a little bit, need a little break, use this little guy and just give it a good pull. Right, let me get all this stuff out and we'll see exactly what we have in here. And here we are, folks. Just take a look at all of this stuff. There's so much stuff here. It's unbelievable. We've got hundreds of things in these two big bags. I don't want to take them all out just now because, trust me, there's going to be no space for it. We've literally got everything here. We've got metal parts, we've got wooden parts, we've got stickers, we've got plastic parts. It's just quite incredible. And of course, don't forget, Mecrob uses recycled parts, which is absolutely awesome, and that's what really makes their models look really quite unique. Let me show you a couple of cool things. So obviously tools, yes they are cool because they're super handy, and these pliers, my god, I've got tons of these, they are super handy. And look at this, it even comes with a music box. But the thing is, because this is a deluxe version, it actually comes with 3 music boxes. Yup. I've popped a music box on a flat surface because that's what makes it sound so much better. So let's see what sort of tune we've got here. Haha. I'm pretty sure we all know this tune. I'm pretty sure we've all heard of this. Yep, that's the tune. I'm talking about the music boxes. You know what Mecrob's planning on doing? They're planning on introducing like special occasion ones, so like Christmas themed or New Year's themed, so with different type of tunes, which is amazing. We've also got a really nice long USB cable. I've got one of these already from them and I love it because the length is incredible and the fabric feel around the cable is really nice. We have also got 2 motors in this kit. Don't ask me why just yet because I don't really know. That's why I have to go and build it and see exactly where they go. And last but not least, the really cool part about this kit. It's these lenses right here. So I've got 3. I've got 2 of the Mecrob's official ones with an actual film in there already, and this is a customized one that you just saw. So we can actually take the film out from the lens, and look how tiny it is. That is absolutely incredible. Can you see that? Yep, you can see that selfie right there. That is absolutely incredible. And that selfie then can be projected on a wall, which is quite spectacular from a model, to be honest. I've literally no idea how can someone come up with something incredible as this. It kind of baffles my mind, but I'm happy with this because it gives us something incredible to build. Right, I don't know about you, but I am incredibly excited to start the build, and during the build I will give you a little bit more information about the Kickstarter. Or you can simply go down below to the description or the comments section and just click on the link there and you will find a lot more information there as well. But if you want to watch the build at the same time, stick around because I will give you that info in just a minute. But of course, if you're watching this months later, the model's probably out for sale already, so make sure you go and check it out. There's a link down below. And let's begin. And now, about the story gears on Kickstarters. The first and the most important thing is that Story Gears is now live on Kickstarters. Supporters will enjoy discounts on Story Gears as well as special perks, especially if you secure a VIP spot. And to secure your VIP spot, you must tick the VIP box as you become a backer. And once this campaign reaches 2,000 backers, all supporters will receive a complimentary custom photo film as a thank you. But VIPs will also receive a 3-year life capsule where you will receive one custom made photo film a year for 3 years for free. And that's an incredible deal. So these are like kind of the main points of this campaign, but if you want more information, go ahead and click on that link in the comments section or the video description. And now, let's get back to the build. Oh my god, ladies and gents. Just picture this. Around 1,000 pieces, and around 17 hours later, I have completed the story gears. And I'm not gonna lie, once I completed it, I kinda put my hands on my head thinking, oh my god, I can't believe I actually built this. And if my opinion doesn't matter, you know whose does? It's my wife. Because whenever I build a model and it's completed, I take it to the house to show it to her, to kind of get a quick opinion. Does she like it? Does she not? And I took it through and she looked at it, and literally the first thing she said was, oh, I kind of like this model because it's very different. And normally her opinion on my models is, meh, you know, oh yeah, it looks cool, and that's literally it. So, yeah, we should trust someone else's opinion, you know, an outsider, and she is so right. It's absolutely stunning. I thought their Aether core and Aether wings was quite incredible, and yes it is, but this is something else. And don't worry, you are going to get to see every single detail of it basically in just a minute, because we got to talk about the actual build first. And you didn't know this, but this model is actually beta version, so it's not a fully ready to go model, but it kinda is because it actually works. There are quite a few things that need to improve, but this is the best part of it. I will pass on all the feedback where I believe things have to improve, and I will do it because there is time for it. When I talk about the tools that were included in the kit, these are perfect, especially those pliers. They are incredibly handy. And you will have noticed that I used my own electric screwdriver, and this is awesome. It makes the build more satisfying. But you know what else is amazing about this Kickstarter? Is that Mecrob is actually launching their own advanced toolkits package alongside, as I mentioned, this Kickstarter. Their kit will include electric screwdriver, a cutting mat, and a parts organizer tray, which is incredible because trust me, especially that electric screwdriver, that will come in incredibly handy. So if I was you, I would not give it a miss. When I talk about the parts, their parts are just amazing. Their quality is great, and remember, they are reused parts, recycled parts, which is incredible. I think they should be applauded for it, because kind of incorporating that type of parts into a model is quite genius. And what else I love about their models is how their parts are laid and numbered or lettered in bags like that. It's amazing. What is really satisfying is once a plastic bag like this, as an example, is empty, you can literally chuck it and be like, meh, I do not need it anymore. Amazing. When I keep talking about the parts, these are all spare parts, so there's actually quite a few screws, nuts and washers and all sorts, and also a few magnets, which is quite nice. But see, when it comes to these long screws like this one, right there, you have to be incredibly careful when you tighten them, because you can actually bend them. Look at that. Yup, I actually clearly applied too much pressure to one of them, and I did bend it, and yeah, as you can see, it does bend quite easily, so you just have to be very careful. And then look at this. These are the stickers for like the actual top part, so it looks like an air balloon basically, but look at this. We literally have a spare sticker for each part, which is absolutely amazing. I'm so close to show you the model and talk about it and test it, so just hang in there. We got one more thing to talk about the actual kit, and that is the instructions. Their instructions are always so clear, so detailed and amazing, but as I said already, this is a beta version, so there were a couple of things that need to change or improve, but don't worry, I have passed it all on, so things will change and it will make life so much easier. But yeah, their instructions are incredible. But my god, this is 100% the biggest instructions I have ever seen on any model, to be honest, so far on my channel. There was around, 150 pages and around 200 steps. Yeah, that is absolutely huge. But yeah, their instructions are great and I can't really show them to you because I have got digital instructions, and to be honest, I personally think they were amazing because if there are areas where you can't really see something clearly on a page, I was able to zoom in. I think that is incredibly handy, and I would love to hear your feedback on this. I think it would be amazing if you guys were offered actual like physical copy, like a little book of the instructions and digital instructions. So let me know down below because Mecrob would appreciate that feedback as well. But I personally think it would be great. Right, let's now move on to the actual model chat. And do you recognise this? If you don't, well, this is a little wee stand for the projector, which is right here. Look at this. That literally looks like a vintage little wee camera. That is incredible. I don't understand how Mecrob can come up with anything like that. Just look at this. There's two magnets right there, and it just simply pops on. And you can spread the screws or get them closer to make it stand basically so it doesn't fall over. It's just stunning. And see this right here? This is your lens, and there's a film right in there that you've seen already. So we simply pull it out to replace it because you can see a light right in there, and that shines through that lenses. And yep, it projects an image. But the thing is, this actually attaches to the model through this port right here. But what is quite cool, I kind of wish it was included in the kit, but you can just buy it yourself. It doesn't cost much at all. You can get a male to female USB Type-C cable that would plug right in here and connect to the actual model, so the actual balloon part at the top, because then you can leave it simply on a table and it would project an image. Amazing. And now we come to the actual beast. Oh my god, I just realised I forgot to weigh it because it weighs a ton. It feels so good because it's so heavy, but take a look at the actual bottom. It looks so vintage. There's so much going on. It's unbelievable. See this right here, this bit? So this doesn't project the actual image, but you can store your lens in here. That's what it's for, and I think that is really quite cool. Then we got like the Mecrob Story Gears logo type of thing, and there's a light behind it, and it makes it look really quite nice. And yeah, just take a look all around it. That is absolutely beautiful. And yeah, it's not the easiest thing to hold it up in the air like this because yeah, it weighs a ton. And sorry about the lighting a little bit here, it's just because the model is quite big, and yeah, the lighting's clearly not the best, is it? Right, let's look at this little guy. Remember the little wee ducky? This is actually a little wee touch from the designer of Story Gears, and that is so cute. I really like that. You know what's really cool about it? We simply pull it up like this because it's magnets. There's no screws to undo. That is genius. And this is another area where Mecrob would love a bit of feedback from you guys, because they might actually remove this little wee ducky because they want to give you a chance to decide what you want to glue on there. You could choose your own figurine. Yep, now that would be cool because little wee stickers, two-sided stickers, will be provided, and you can glue on whatever you want on there and it will just spin in circles, which looks awesome, and you'll see it in just a minute. Right, let's move on to the actual air balloon part. I know this looks a little bit strange, but it's not the easiest to kind of adjust, but again, I pass on all the feedback to Mecrob so they know what has to be kind of basically improved, which is incredible. But look at the back of it. I absolutely love it. Look at that. See these guys right there? They kind of look like engines. It's quite incredible. And see these little wings? When I saw their short video, the wings were moving, but when I built the model I was like, well, how are they going to move? Because there's nothing attached to them. This is where their design and engineering comes in play. This guy right here, when the model's on, it keeps spinning because these guys lift the wings and it keeps going up and down, and I think that is absolutely genius. And as you can see, these are the actual stickers that go on these parts to make it look really cool. Kinda like, I don't know, it's hard to explain, like an electric circuit type of thing. I think it looks really quite nice. I don't think I've really showed you the actual middle part, to be honest. As you can see, we've got two gears right there that touch each other, and this is the back of it. The whole thing is just quite genius. I really don't understand how can anyone come up with something like that, but just you wait for this. Now this is the most incredible part and quite amazing. The whole thing's just amazing. I know I keep saying amazing, amazing, incredible, whatever, but it is. It really is, because when you come to models, electric models, there's normally a switch to turn them on, but this right here is the actual switch. Yup, you might think, what is this and how is it going to turn it on? It literally turns it on. It turns on the switch. So we turn it anti-clockwise like this. Yup. And it starts the model. This is absolutely genius. I just had to turn it off because you could hear a little bit of a like struggle, but that's because one of the bits kind of popped out. But again, don't worry, feedback's been passed on. But yeah, it should run way better now. There you go. Just look at this. This is just absolutely stunning. And there is so many cool things in this model. It's amazing. I think there's more talking in this video than actual build, but it needs to be done. See this right there? That is the music box. Look at this. I simply pull it out and we can pop it back in and it will click to the magnets. See that? That's a magnet and that's a magnet. So when we pop it in, watch this. See that? It literally locks into place using magnets. And then look at this little guy right here and pay attention to this gear right there. Watch me turn it and see what happens. Yep. You can go a bit lower. There you go. I had to lower it a bit more because it wasn't touching 100%. This is genius. And if you don't want any more of the music box, you simply turn this little guy and the wheel, the gear, moves away from the music box gear and it stops playing. Come on guys, this is so smart. It's absolutely incredible. And yeah, look at the little wee ducky going in circles. So you could attach anything to it you want. But don't forget to give us some feedback in the comments section. And of course, another thing, when you look in this balloon, I'm gonna call it an air balloon because that's how it kind of looks like a really steampunky looking one. When you turn it on, as you can see, a light comes on. So when it's much darker, obviously, well, basically dark because I've got lights here, you can't really see it, you can see stuff from the inside sort of, and that looks really quite cool. And now we can move on to the actual projector. See this right there? There is a USB Type-C mail cable right there, and this will attach to it like that, and it projects an image. Just imagine it sitting like that. That looks amazing. And I haven't put it on just yet because the model's on. I know, yes, I can turn it off and then actually put it on. Yes, I actually should have done that instead, eh? Look at that. That looks so cool. Where have you ever seen models like that before? Nowhere. It's like, you know, let's picture like a cat metal model. It would be probably available on every single model website, but this type of stuff, Mecrob stuff, is only available on their website because it's just so unique. No one else can do it, clearly. Right, I've got my lights turned off, that's why it's a little bit darker. The colour doesn't look that great, but it's because I want to show you again how it looks like, the image that's projected. So let's turn it on, just like that, and yep. As you can see, this little guy right there projects that image. Just look at it. Oh my god, this is just so smart, it's unreal. So you might think the model has to be quite close to the wall to actually see the image clearly, and yes, that's true, but that's why you need to get the male to female cable and have it just sitting anywhere, and the model can be separate sitting somewhere as well. That would look so much cooler. So, ladies and gents, I would love to hear what you've got to say about this model. Are you gonna back Mecrob on Kickstarters? I 100% believe you should, because this is quite the unique experience. You don't experience this type of stuff very often. I would also love to hear your feedback about this little wee ducky. Should Mecrob keep it in the kit and give you extra stickers so you can still put on something else on there if you wanted to, or not? So make sure you let me know, guys. I can guarantee you, you will not be disappointed in the slightest. It's just stunning. Like, normally when models take hours and hours to build, you might start to get frustrated sometimes, but I didn't, not even once. But if you do, remember, you got this little wee friend with you to give you kind of that bit of relaxation. And make sure, guys, again, you go and check this model out on the Kickstarter. There's a link in the comments section and the description, and yeah, please give them a backing, because again, you will not be disappointed. And if this is out for sale already, or if you're waiting for this and you want to build something awesome in the meantime, go on Mecrob's website, because they've got amazing stuff like the Aether Core, Aether Wings, that was awesome, and they've got other models as well. Again, link down below while you're waiting. You will love it. And I so hope you have all enjoyed this video as much as I have enjoyed actually making it. It was quite exciting. And I would so appreciate if you left a like for this video down below, subscribe for more, and ring the bell so you don't miss videos like this one. And thank you so much for watching, everybody. I shall see you all next time, and enjoy this model once you get it. Bye for now.